Hi guys, and welcome to a new video. This is for a pair of H4 LED headlights. So this is the box they came in. So that picture isn't of the set I've got, so it looks like just a generic box that they just send because it hasn't got the H4 flange on it, and it looks like that's just a fog light. So they're from a brand called Nighteye Auto Lighting. They're a 3-year warranty. They're 9000 lumen, high definition, 6000K, and the H4 fitment. So there's branding Nighteye on that side, the QR code there. Just let it focus, and that's their website. So the front of the box again, let it focus. So simple to install LED headlight, save energy, more power for your car. Roads compliant, and that's it basically. Just on the other side is foreign language, so they use them for multiple markets. H4 there with a sticker. That's why I think they use generic boxes and just put whichever model it is on a sticker for stock. So this is how they came. Just fold that down and get it out of the way. So that's the basic instruction booklet that came with it. Let's just go ahead and show you that if you want to read that. It's just very basic, if it's any use at all. I haven't actually read it myself because it's quite obvious how they fit in. Installation method. That's the last ones, 3 and 4. Bear with me, it's just moving a bit. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and then just the warranty card on the back. There is supposedly a 3-year warranty with these, as it says on the lid, but I don't know. At the top there, if they'll honour that, we'll see if I need to use it. So maybe that's for this. So I'll keep a record of where I bought them from. That's the booklet that came with it. So let's have a closer look. So this is how they came in foam packaging. What I'm going to do with these is, once I've fitted them, is I'm going to put my halogen bulbs in this box, and I'm going to store them in the car at all times, because if one of these blows, then you've only got one headlight. So I'll keep one as spare and maybe change the both or leave one in, I don't know. So just to keep them safe in the car, this is what I'll store them in. So let's go ahead and take one out. Let's just take one out. The other one's exactly the same, so there's no need to show you that. So let's go ahead and give you a close-up of this. So that's the headlight there with 3 bulbs on that side and 3 bulbs on that side. Just give you a close-up, see how close it will let me go. There we go, it's focused. So 3 LEDs that side. Give it a bit more light so it can focus. And 3 LEDs that side. So 6 in total that will be running together. I don't know what the split is for, if it's 2 and 3 or what, but for this set is for dip and main beam. And that's the bracket that fits into the headlight there, which will fit probably that way with the flat at the bottom. There we go, that's a close-up of that. So that's the heat sink there as well. And then there's a fan inside there, you can't see it, but there is a fan inside there. Then the cable comes out down to a connector, which is removable. If you can see that. So this connector is removable. Let's just go ahead and try and remove it. Sorry about this. So that's removed now. So that's the connector. See if it will focus in. Just move it out of the way so it's not trying to focus on that. we go, focused. So there's 5 wires going into that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Some of them will be for the fan, so it's running more than normal because it's got a small fan inside it. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's designed to only go in one way into the block, so they're offset into the block. This is the driver, so let's go and put that LED light to one side. So that's the driver there in an aluminium body for heatsink. So what I'm probably going to do is stick this on the side of the body somewhere with sticky velcro, so it'll stop jangling around. So that's the writing on it. Power 40 watt, input voltage 8 to 48 volts, model H4 high and low, and then I don't know what that code is. So the cable comes out of there, so it does split, which is a good thing. So if one blows, either the driver or the LED, and you buy another set, at least you've got a spare of one or the other, because they won't necessarily both fail at once. So it goes along the cable, and then that's to the standard dip beam connector. Let's show a close-up of that. So it's just the 3-prong adapter. Power jack, so you just put that in from your main wiring loom. So that's that done. Let's go ahead and show you the fan. So the fan is only inside there in the back of this cover. Let's go ahead and move that out of the way so I don't lose it. So the size of these screws are PH1 screws. So let's just go ahead. They are quite long, these screws. Let's just move that cable out of the way. I'm just going to give you a close-up of what it looks like inside. So it's just a little fan. They say there's not actually a problem with these fans failing. So if you want to run one with a fan, there shouldn't be a problem. They don't fail anywhere near as often as people think. And that it's got a heatsink anyway. It's not got as big a one as one with just a heatsink, but supposedly of all of them, these are the ones that run the coolest. So when they're running cool, they can overdrive the LEDs slightly because they know they can cool them better. So a fan is the best of all 3 options. There's one with a heatsink only, which is generally the hottest of the 3, and then there's also one that is braided copper or braided stainless, effectively strapping, that will fit inside a headlight housing. I'm lucky with mine, it only has a rubber ring around it. So this is why I chose this one, because the rubber ring will go around that. So inside is the fan. I don't know if you can see that. So obviously they've had to take some of the heatsink away to fit the fan in. But of all of the LEDs, this is supposed to be the best system and runs the coolest. So I think it's actually adjustable, and the driver will switch the fan on and off as it's needed. Let's see if it'll focus. Just give you a close-up of that. There we go. So that's all 4 sides. That's what it looks like, and that's how it goes in your headlight housing. I think this edge is there, without taking it off and checking, I think that edge there is the bottom. So it's designed to only go in one way, as the prongs are different sizes. And what I found out since I've been looking at it before I installed it is, how do I get the rubber ring around this part here? Because that doesn't come off without taking the fan off. I don't really want to do that. So I noticed something that let me just put a glove on, because it's so basically this section here, this bit here, the ring, it actually comes off. The reason I've put gloves on is because it's very, very sharp. They've not refinished it very well. So that moves backwards and forwards. So what I noticed was that that does actually move a bit. This section here, I don't know if you can see that moving, but it does. And that's what led me to find out that the cover actually comes off, that this clip actually comes off. So that's more like what it showed on the box. You just check. Yeah, it's virtually the same thing as what was on the box, and that's the collar that goes and fits in your clip. The clip that's in the headlight housing. So this specific one, every headlight will probably be different fitting, different way of cooling, you know, they've all got their own ideas of what works and what doesn't, but I've watched a video and this is the information I've learned. The information I learned from that video led me to purchase this one basically. So there's a rubber O-ring down there, and what that does is it gives some counter pressure. Just bear with me. So it can only go on one way. That way. So it goes on. So the idea I think with this one is that you put that in your headlight housing, clamp it in so it's got the hole in the centre, and then you put your rubber cover on, your rubber O-ring cover, and then you go and line that up. That's in like that. And then you line your LED bulb up with it. It goes in like that, down and turn. So then if it's sat in like that, you can look through the front of your headlight and it will look like that as you look down on it. So it'll be as close as you can to what the headlight looks like in the headlight bulb looks like in the headlight housing. So that comes off and slides off like that, so that'll be in the headlight. Then your rubber ring will go around it and lock into the headlight, and then you put that in and lock it in. You can't leave the rubber O-ring off your headlight because the back of the headlight's open and it'll fill with dust and debris and water, and it doesn't matter how powerful your headlight bulb is if it can't push the light through with all the dust and dirt and debris in it. So that's it. That basically I've gone into as much detail as I can without fitting it myself. So this is just a short video to show what I decided to purchase, which is this one. After researching online, I will put in the description what I found out and why I came to the buying decision to buy these. I will do more videos of comparisons between halogen and these LED bulbs in the future, and I will let you know how I get along with them. So if you want to hold off and not buy them, because these are quite new to the market and no one's really decided what's the best way to do it yet. So let's go ahead and show you the information on why I decided to go with these. So just bear with me. So I decided to get them from the UK. So that's who I bought from in the UK, $24.99. And that's in Leicestershire. So I paid $24.99 and the UK stock is £1 one more. So for peace of mind I decided to get them from the UK instead of China, because there's a chance there'll be slightly better stock. And at least if there's an issue I can send them back. If there's an issue and something not as described, they have to pay to return them anyway. So the Chinese ones are $21.99 plus $1.99 postage is $23.98. So they are the same set, the H4 set with the same driver. So this is the specification of the one I bought on the description. So 6000K specification, H4 CSP LED chips, color temperature 6000K. If you want to pause the video on the rest of it, you can do. So DC 8 volt to 48, certificate CE Rose, crystal clear 6000K. The fan spins up to 12,000 RPM. So, and then notes at the bottom there, fitment and then notes. Safety precaution notes. Just bear with me. So I'll just put that on there. Just bear with me. just turn this light off, it's reflecting on there. So just go through that one again, just a quick one if you want to pause it at any point. Specification: bulb H4, light source CSP LED chips. So I'll go into more detail of what different ones there are. This wasn't the one I particularly wanted, but the one I did want was 50 quid, and that's a lot of money to spend on a light that might only last a couple of weeks. So I'm testing the market with this one to see if a branded product is any good compared to some of the ones that are in white boxes or not even sent in a box. Some of them are just like normal LEDs in a big cob cluster. So if you want to pause and read through that, you're more than welcome. So that's what was on his description, the guy I bought from. This is the last bit of his description, just a small bit at the top. So package includes 2 LED headlight bulbs, 2 drivers and 1 user manual. Not a fantastic user manual, but you can more or less work it out for yourself. So this is the interesting bit. I wondered what CSP, just bear with me, what CSP LED chips meant. And this is what they mean: chip scale packaging. So if you want to read that, you can do. Delivering the ultimate in design and flexibility. One result of this trend is growing popularity of chip scale packaging technology. So it eliminates the traditional submount to directly attach the LED die to the PCB. So obviously that reduces cost then. So this is the new way. So it doesn't really mean anything. All it means is the LEDs are mounted on the actual circuit board, just to save a few fractions of pennies, but over billions, then that'll save money. So it does, again, I didn't mention this, but it does mention on this one about Lumileds. Lumileds is the one thing, the one brand that they mention on the internet, and it's Philips Lumileds, but there's also a counterfeit company called Lumileds. So if it's in any way linked to that, at least you've got a chance of getting a possibly a decent LED. So as I said, there's loads of information down on the description if you want to go through that and print it out, and when you're looking for your LEDs, or you can even wait until I decide whether these are any good. So and go by that. I'll be leaving comments on the description of this video, so just watch out for more videos coming from me. So thanks again for watching, and check back soon. Thanks.